Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery Channel. Among the most dangerous islands in the world, the 5-Minute Discovery Channel once shared a terrifying story about Snake Island in Brazil. However, few people know that right in Southeast Asia, not far from Vietnam, there is an island that is no less terrifying, Ramree Island. This place is famous for a terrible attack caused by giant crocodiles. In fact, this attack is considered one of the bloodiest attacks in human history by animals, with an unimaginable number of casualties. First of all, we need to learn about Ramree Island, a place known as Zombie Island because of its terrifying fear. Located off the coast of Myanmar, Ramree Island is only separated from the mainland by a small strait, about 150 meters wide. Although the island is not too small, with a length of about 80 kilometers and a width of 32 kilometers. Ramree Island has a total area of up to 1.350 square kilometers. It is worth noting that this island has an extremely diverse ecosystem, but also full of danger, with a series of insects, mosquitoes, snakes, and other scary creatures. But the most terrifying thing about Ramree Island is the saltwater crocodiles. One of the largest reptiles on the planet, Ramree Island is truly an ideal paradise for this crocodile species, with suitable natural conditions, estuaries, swamps, and waters adjacent to the sea. The saltwater crocodiles here have a very distinctive appearance: long bodies, eyes and nostrils located on the head, long tails and compact bodies with short limbs. They can reach an average length of 3 to 5 meters, and especially the males are often much larger than the females, weighing from 400 to 500 kilogram. With their enormous size and threatening appearance, the saltwater crocodile has caused terror for those who are unfortunate enough to stray onto this island.
Ramree Island, one of the most dangerous places on the planet, is not only famous for the presence of giant crocodiles but also a witness to one of the bloodiest disasters in the history of war. The crocodiles here can be up to 6 to 7 meters long and weigh up to a ton, truly becoming a nightmare for all living creatures on the island. However, the most terrifying story about Ramree Island happened during World War II. In early 1945, when the Japanese army was cornered. At this time, the Japanese army, including the 121st Infantry Regiment, the Artillery Battalion and the Engineer Battalion, more than 1,000 men, were defending the island. After successive attacks by the British and Indian troops, the Japanese army realized that they could not hold their position and were forced to retreat. However, this decision was extremely reckless. The Japanese had to travel 16 kilometers from the shore to their next position, including 8 kilometers through a desolate swamp where no human foot had ever set foot. That was when the real disaster began. When the tide rose, the seawater rushed in, deepening the mud, making it extremely difficult to move. The attacks did not come from the British, but from other terrifying creatures: hungry mosquitoes, snakes, ticks, and even scorpions. In addition, most of the Japanese soldiers were thirsty. Because their water supplies had run out, many even resorted to catching live crabs to quench their thirst. But the most terrifying thing happened in the middle of the night, when giant crocodiles from the swamp attacked. Screams and gunshots echoed in the dark, but the British did not know who the attackers were. They were the saltwater crocodiles, the notorious predators of Ramree Island. As the tide receded, the swamp became clearer. Japanese soldiers were attacked, screaming in pain while crocodiles charged at them. Shots fired into the air could not stop the hungry crocodiles from attacking. As the sun rose, the Japanese soldiers could only feel the harassment of the giant animals, along with the screams and gunshots in the swamp. Those who had not yet entered the swamp had to turn back and were captured. In the end, out of more than 1,000 Japanese soldiers, only about 20 survived and escaped through the swamp. Some other sources said that the number of Japanese soldiers attacked by crocodiles was larger than the official number. Later reports of the battle on Ramree Island said that almost the entire 121st Infantry Regiment, Artillery Battalion and Engineer Battalion of the Japanese were destroyed. The attack became one of the most horrific animal disasters of war, and the true extent of the damage is still debated. It is possible that the Japanese suffered a great deal due to a combination of factors: crocodile attacks, subsidence in the swamp, and fierce battles with insects. However, the large number of crocodiles there certainly contributed to the unimaginable disaster. The attack caused curiosity and horror not only for the survivors, but also for those who heard about it. After the incident, the crocodile attack in Ramree Swamp was recorded in the Guinness Book of Records as the attack causing the most fatalities by a crocodile. A record that no one wants to remember. Ramree Island, therefore, will forever be a symbol of inexplicable danger and mystery.
When the Japanese army faced the hungry crocodiles in Ramree Swamp, they encountered a real disaster. Tropical zoologists say that when saltwater crocodiles are hungry, they become extremely ferocious. They are strongly stimulated by movements in the water, the smell of sweat and especially the smell of blood. These factors make them more brutal than ever. Ramree Swamp is the ideal habitat for saltwater crocodiles, where their speed and strength are maximized. Therefore, once they fall into this land, it is extremely difficult to stay alive. Ramree Swamp, although seemingly peaceful from afar, actually hides unpredictable dangers. Large crocodiles, with heads protruding from the water, sharp eyes and full of menace, are always lurking around. Hundreds, even thousands of crocodiles have lived here for thousands of years, turning Ramree Island into a kingdom of giant reptiles. Every time the tide receded, the scene became clearer than ever, making every living creature tremble in fear. Just like that, in the middle of the dense swamp, the giant crocodiles suddenly attacked, leaving no chance for the Japanese soldiers to escape. It was a ferocious attack, where creatures with great speed and strength became extremely terrifying predators, creating one of the most horrifying disasters that humans have ever witnessed. With its harsh tropical creatures, such as mosquitoes, spiders, snakes, scorpions and a host of other extremely poisonous creatures, Ramree Island was once a desolate place where no one dared to set foot. Coupled with the terrifying story of a horrific attack by saltwater crocodiles, the island has become a symbol of danger and mystery. Not only did it have to endure attacks from dangerous animals, Ramree Island has also suffered severe natural disasters such as tsunamis and tropical storms. However, over time, the place has changed significantly. Today, Ramree Island has become an important area for Myanmar, especially in the field of energy exploitation and transportation. A system of oil and natural gas pipelines has been built, connecting the Indian Ocean and China's Yunnan province. This is an important route for transporting oil from the Middle East and natural gas extracted off the coast of Myanmar. Thanks to this system, China has reduced the time it takes to transport energy, while also creating a strong economic development momentum for the region. Since it became fully operational in 2013, the northern part of Ramree Island has become bustling, with about 50,000 people living and working here. In total, the island now has more than 400,000 people, mainly living near the coast. These people have become an important part of the island's growing economy, thanks to infrastructure projects and vibrant economic activities. However, despite this, Ramree Island still cannot escape the shadow of the past with stories of ferocious crocodiles and harsh natural conditions. Despite becoming an important area, few can forget the terrifying stories of giant saltwater crocodiles and the dangers they bring. Ramree Island remains one of the scariest places in the world, where the combination of wild nature and terrifying creatures still makes people wary and afraid to approach. Thank you for watching the video about Ramree Island. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to support us to continue sharing interesting stories. See you in the next videos.